This video will introduce some commonly used scales in popular music, which are effective tools to use when composing melodies. By now, you should be quite familiar with the major scale and its uses. You've learned that the major scale contains a single tritone, which is a highly dissonant interval that tends to resolve in a specific way, forming the basis of tonality. If we remove the scale degrees that create the tritone in a major scale, which are scale degrees 4 and 7, and in this case F and B, we are left with a 5-tone or pentatonic collection. This is the C major pentatonic scale, as it is built on C and is derived from the C major scale. Notice how this major pentatonic scale includes only scale degrees 1, 2, 3, 5, and 6 from the major scale. As a result, there are no half steps present. The highly consonant and accessible major pentatonic scale has been used in folk music throughout the world for centuries. The major pentatonic scale is still used in most types of popular music today. One genre that is known for its use of this scale is country music. Here is an example of a country tune that is built from the G major pentatonic scale. Now let's turn to a related scale, the minor pentatonic scale. We'll begin with A natural minor. Remember that the natural minor scale also contains a single tritone interval, here between scale degrees 2 and 6. If we remove the scale degrees that create the tritone in this context, in this case F and B, we are left with a similar 5-tone collection. We call this the A minor pentatonic scale, as it is built on A and is derived from A minor. Notice how this scale includes only scale degrees 1, 3, 4, 5, and 7, the subtonic, from the natural minor. Again, the result is a lack of half steps in the scale. You may have recognized that these 5 pitch classes, A, C, D, E, and G, are the same pitch classes that formed the C major pentatonic scale, simply rotated backward to begin on A. This is due to the fact that A minor is the relative minor of C major. In fact, all minor pentatonic scales can be thought of as simple rotations of major pentatonic scales, involving this special relative relationship. The minor pentatonic scale is also used frequently in folk music. The minor pentatonic scale is also famously used in the creation of guitar riffs in the rock genre. Here is an example of a heavy metal riff that is built on the E minor pentatonic scale. The last scale we'll cover today is the blues scale, which has been an important component of popular music styles, including jazz, rock and roll, R&B, hip-hop, and of course blues, for over a century. The blues scale can be thought of as being related to the minor pentatonic scale, so let's focus on the E minor pentatonic scale that we just heard. The only difference between a blues scale and a minor pentatonic scale is the addition of what is known as the blue fifth or flat 5, which is typically notated as a lowered 5th scale degree. In practice, this blue fifth is usually more of an inflection than a true scale degree, and it often appears as a bent note that tends downward to scale degree 4 to create a soulful type of embellishment. There are many famous jazz and blues songs whose melodies are derived from the blues scale, as well as successful modern pop singles. Here, though, is an example of a funk tune, whose melody utilizes the notes of the A blues scale exclusively.